Hi. So this is a 7-minute commute to work breathing practice. So your eyes are going to be open, of course, the whole time because you're driving. But what I want you to do is straight away close your mouth, and you're going to be breathing through your nose for these 7 minutes. We're going to do long, deep diaphragmatic breathing. So just now, as you're breathing, start to deepen your breath. Think of the diaphragm. It's a domed muscle beneath the lungs. And as you inhale, it flattens and sinks down. And then as you exhale, it comes back up and domes up. And then see, can you notice as you're breathing, as you take a deep inhale, the diaphragm flattens, sinks down, and that's what pushes the belly out a little bit. And then as you exhale, the diaphragm domes up and the belly draws in. So we're not really using your abdominal muscles. So just notice as you're breathing now through your nose that the diaphragm descends, the belly expands, and as the diaphragm rises, the belly draws in. Our goal is to get down into that prime real estate of the very bottom of our lungs. We tend to breathe quite a lot in the mid and upper lungs. And so for this commute, your goal is to breathe as much as possible down into the bottom of the lungs. I always like the analogy of when you fill a glass with milk, the milk hits the bottom of the glass first, and then it fills to the middle, and then to the top. And likewise, when you're emptying, you're pouring the milk out. It empties from the top, then the middle, and then the bottom. And so our breath is the exact same. So notice as you're inhaling, the breath is going down to the bottom of your lungs. Diaphragm descends, belly expands. Then it goes to the middle lungs and then the upper lungs right under the collarbones. And as you exhale, the breath reverses. It comes out from the top of the lungs, the bottom of the lungs. The diaphragm is rising, and then the breath is expelled from the very bottom of the lungs. So keep breathing like this. And this is your breathing time. And so if your mind starts thinking of other things, things that you have going on at your destination, I encourage you to keep focusing on your breath. So these few minutes is your opportunity to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, to steady your mind, and to become really present. When we go through our day with more presence, breathing a little bit more consciously, our experience is very different. And so it's not about making huge changes in your day-to-day life, what you're doing, but rather changing a little bit how you are on the inside. And this automatically changes everything on the outside, because it's not what happens to us. It's how we are and how we respond to it. It's how our consciousness is as we experience different things. And so here in this breathing practice, our goal is to just become a bit more present. Keep noticing your breath. So keep noticing the bottom, the mid, and the upper lungs filling. The belly expands as the diaphragm pushes it out. And then as you exhale, the top, the middle, and the bottom part of your lungs. And you will find your own rhythm to your breath. So you don't try to match the pattern that I have. Each of us have a very unique breathing pattern. For some of us, the inhale is a little bit more tricky, and for some, the exhale. And on any given day, it also varies. And which nostril is more dominant, keep switching throughout the day. But as you drive now, I want you to keep focusing on your breath. If you have a long drive, perhaps set a distance that you're going to breathe until you get to such a point. And then you're going to start thinking about what you have ahead of you. But for the length of this video, make sure that you're breathing and really trying not to be thinking. Noticing all of your inhale, noticing all of your exhale. Lighting up on the inside. And we do this even with our eyes open as we're driving. Becoming a little bit more aware of our inner world. And so throughout your day, try to take just 2 or 3 deep breaths. And you'll find that just those 2 or 3 deep breaths will immediately reactivate the feeling you have at the end of this 5 minutes of breathing. So once we set the state on our commute, in our drive, we can reactivate it any stage during the day just by taking a couple of deep breaths. So you might have reached your destination. Take a moment just to tune in and then head into your day. Thanks so much for taking this time to take care of yourself. Everyone benefits.